early. So we get this thing happening right at 11 o'clock. Feeling good. Lions Talk on a Wednesday.
Hello, hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you on my headphones. I can only hear you through my computer. What the fuck? Oh shit, we're alive. Sorry,
Yeah.
What the heck? I guess I'm gonna have to run without the good sound, I guess. I don't know why it's not. I'm gonna leave and come back in.
Hello, hello, hello. All right. All right, all right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome one, welcome all. Good morning, Dwayne. I'm not going to stay put what team you represent in the comments because this is the Lions show today. Because that's what we're doing today. Well. Magic number is still 3 right here. Welcome one, welcome all to It's Lions Talk Wednesday. Right here, football talk with your host, me. That's Russell Wayne right here. We're broadcasting live. We're still broadcasting live into Mike the Bear Fans page because we're going to talk a little bit about that beatdown they put on us. And obviously we have to figure out some ways to fix it. Broadcasting live right there. Broadcasting live into the Detroit Lions news. Thank you guys, the podcast. Thank you guys for allowing us to broadcast into your platform and our page, the Detroit Lions Villain Squad. We just crossed over 12,000 villains, and we're happy to say that you guys had to be part of that. So as I'm going to welcome my compadre to the stage right here, welcome. At work yet?
I still can't get the headphones to work. How's my audio? Is it okay?
It's okay.
Is there a difference? Is there a difference in my audio now, or is there a difference now?
No difference.
Okay, so my microphone's not working either then. My microphone and my headphones are not working.
So you're just going straight into the regular computer world. And really, it sounds pretty good. I think that we're going to be okay, and we don't have to go into the Jay Cutler book of excuses. So we can do this because we are ready to bite some kneecaps right here. So how you doing, Mike? Have you fully recovered? Or are you still here?
No, I'm fully recovered, bro. That Packers loss cured my PTSOL.
All right, so we're more like here.
Jordan Love looked really good. I was getting scared. I'll admit it. But I feel good now. We only got to win a couple of games. We're going to be good. And the fact that they lost to Tommy DeVito and the Giants kind of reassures me that, they're not going to run the table like I was afraid. They still got Tampa Bay, Carolina, Minnesota, and Chicago. They can lose one of them games or two of them games easily. So,
I mean, are you sure they didn't send a couple guys over there to New York? Hey, we're going to send DeVito over there, kind of going to crumble some dreams. Yeah. You think they might have had something to do with that? You think they sent a couple guys over there?
They consulted the Don Campbell?
Hey, Tommy DeVito, how you doing, man? Why don't you go over there and win a couple games over there in New York? The G-Man.
That's the greatest meme, dude. I love it.
Man, I am that Tommy DeVito. I don't know he's better than anything that Danny Dimes was. So I mean, he looked pretty efficient. He didn't do a ton, but like running the football when he had to throw, he was accurate. So
I want to throw this in real quick because it doesn't look like all Packer fans are too worried. Jay Smooth says, missed the chat yesterday. That Packer loss was tough to swallow, but go Pack go. Still behind my team. We're going to get in with a wild card, 9-8 or 10-7. What do you think of that, Russ?
It's possible. It's possible. That was a big trip up right there. I think that some of it got exposed. The Packers kind of got exposed in their offense and kind of got, the other teams that they're going to play are going to do the same type of stuff that the New York Giants did to beat you. So just keep that in mind while we're pumping up our chest. That was a nice 3-game run. But like I said yesterday, this is what teams do in the NFL. It's an up and down thing, and you try to stay up as long as you can, but teams are going to get you. There's only 32 teams. There's only 32 jobs to, stop teams or to have offense. So it's like, these are the smartest minds in the world. There's only 8.
You just hope you have more peaks than valleys, right?
Right.
And you hope you're peaking as the playoffs start as you get in, because those are the teams that ride it all the way to the end, are the ones that are hot going into the playoffs. Yep. And that loss to Green Bay, they're going to have to get hot. They had too many losses at the beginning of the season to screw around. Detroit has a little bit of leeway. We can actually afford to lose a couple of these games and we'll be all right. But we got to get business done. 2 out of 4. We got to compete 50% of these last 4 games to win it. And I see the Lions pulling it out. It feels like no way Goff can keep playing this way.
Right. And I wanted to get in here and I'm going to put this thing up here today because I made this. I like this thing. Yeah. So we better be on our stuff because we're going to come. He's going to come in here and try to embarrass us. Speaking on Sean Payton coming into Ford Field Saturday night and embarrassing us. And that would be embarrassing because the Lions they haven't been playing good. I mean, even in the wins, I can acknowledge that they hadn't played good in wins, but they got wins within that down stretch. But they got to get it together because this is a very good Denver Broncos team that is very good on defense. They're very good at taking the ball away. And, Russell Wilson's an experienced quarterback that's mobile, and we have trouble stopping mobile quarterbacks. So what do you think? Will Sean Payton embarrass Dan Campbell this week? What are your thoughts on that, Mike?
No, I don't think so. I think that even if the Lions lose, it's going to be close. No way Broncos come into Ford Field and blow us out. Well, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Of course, I didn't see Green Bay doing it either.
But I like how one of the things I do like is how Dan Campbell's been public about this, right? And he wants that to be the message to the team that, that they're coming in here to embarrass us. That's going to be the way to get them fired up. They need to get fired up. They need to have a sense of urgency because you got 4 games left. And here's the thing, you don't apologize for wins. Just like the Minnesota Vikings. Don't apologize for that 3-0 win. For one, your defense is playing good, and it doesn't matter if your offense is playing bad because if your defense is playing that good, you have a shot no matter what, even with Nick Mullins. So Don't apologize for wins. You're 7-6, and the Lions shouldn't apologize for being 9-4 either going down the stretch, but they have to figure something out going down these last 4 games, because it's the teams that get hot going into the playoffs are the ones that are going to be successful. And it would be great if in this game or the next game that they could get hot and start stacking up some victories, going into the playoffs, or it's going to feel like Lucy pulling the damn ball out and us flat on our ass again in this awful situation.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Broncos need to win this game. They're 7-6 in a division race. Kansas City faltering this year. Everyone thought they were going to run away with it. They're at 8-5. So every win really crucial for Sean Payton and the Broncos right now. They're going to come into Ford Field hungry to get that win. Chiefs got to play the Patriots, so that's going to be a cakewalk for them. Chiefs are going to end up 9-5 at the end of the weekend, and the Broncos are going to need to keep pace. They need this win more than the Lions do, let's be honest. And they are going to come out with everything they got. Patrick Surtain II, one of the best corners in the league. He's long, he's fast. It's hard to get behind him. So they're going to have their hands full with Denver and this defense. And of course, Russell Wilson, let Russell cook. Russell Wilson looking like the old Russell Wilson. And I went and looked at some highlights today on YouTube. And one was really good. It was a comparison of how Russ played at the beginning of the season and how he's been playing in the last 7 games. They won 6 out of the last 7 games. And the major difference is they're letting Russ play backyard football, what he's always done, what he does the best. When the play breaks down, it's Russ time, right? And that's what he's been doing. So you're going to need to get some pressure on him. You're going to need to get him off script and mitigate those off-platform plays where he's off-script plays where he makes something happen. And he loves to throw that moon ball, right? He loves to throw that moon ball, and he's throwing to a spot. And only him and his receiver know where that spot is. And that makes it hard to defend because it doesn't matter which way the guy's running. That guy knows where he's got to be when the ball gets there. So makes it hard to defend. But the Lions, hey, this defense can't keep playing the way it has. I think the Lions got to get a win here in Denver just to pad it a little bit for themselves, give themselves some breathing room.
Well, absolutely. They need to win just to get back on the winning track. And I'm getting to some of these comments right here on that. I will say that Detroit will finish 12-5 and 1 playoff win. I like that call right there. Stover, I know that he is I think he is a Packer fan, but he says, I think that Green Bay and Detroit will end up 10-7. So if so, who wins the North? Well, that would depend on who has more conference wins.
Wrong. Doesn't that depend on division wins first?
Well, division wins first.
Right. And Detroit still has to play Minnesota twice, Brian. So I believe that is going to determine who's going to win the North if they finish with the same record. Is the Lions, if they lose to Denver and they lose to Dallas, but they beat Minnesota both times and finish with the same record as the Packers, the Lions would de facto win the division based on division wins.
That is correct. The division,
and then if the division record is the same, then they go to conference wins.
Yes. And I don't think that, I mean, right here, you're expecting the Lions to go 1-3 and you are going 4-0. That's what you're trying to tell me here. That's the only way that scenario plays out. And I don't think that you're going to win all 4 of your games. That's a tough Chicago team. And you got to play that same Minnesota team.
Yeah.
So whatever.
And don't count out Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay coming into Lambeau could win that game. They've got a great defense. Vita Vea on the line, right? Levante David, Devin Joseph, right. 2 great linebackers. They could put some pressure on Jordan Love. And Baker Mayfield's a gamer. And he's better than Tommy DeVito. I'll tell you that. So definitely don't look past Tampa. Our good friend A-Dub, who comes in and said that was the one game he was worried about the most was Tampa, even though it is in Lambeau Field. That's a team that's in a division. They're trying to win their division.
Well, for sure.
They're coming off a big win against Atlanta, and they are actually in first place in their division now.
Yeah, but only a Packer fan would look at it like they were above that 6-7 team being 6-7 themselves. Only a Packer fan would have that sense of arrogance. Oh man, it's just the Tampa Bay. You know what? Tampa Bay might be looking at you going, it's just the Green Bay Packers. Ooh. Now, I wanted to get into this comment right here because this one's going to be a good segue into our next deal. And where the hell did it go? Okay, here we go. Lions fans, I try to read all of this.
Let me read that one, Russ. I got my glasses on. Lions fans are doom and gloom in groups for a 9-win first-place team. That's a good call. Well, there's a difference between criticism against Goff and company like I do. I say all the time he doesn't have a JMO arm, and just being a petulant, nonsensical dickhead. The trolls are being blocked and booted from groups, then make posts playing the victim. Looks really bad on them. And I love that Paul's calling out the fan base here, Russ. I know that's something you've been harping on.
Well, that segues me right into here, and I think that you're going to love this graphic right here because this is like a triple threat match.
Acknowledge me.
The Lions supporters versus the haters versus the complainers. And right there, and the thing is I couldn't think of any better person to use than the comic book guy from the Simpsons, because you know who you are, because I'm not even going to call anybody out by name, but there are certain podcasters that are out there like, yeah, I have my little thing here. I could fix it because all you need to do is blitz. All you need to do is be not Aaron Glenn, and then you could totally fix this problem right here. And then you have the straight haters. They've been sitting in the back right here, the one with the paper bag on their head. They've been real quiet lately, but they're creeping out and getting a little bit of light on them now, and they want to put the paper bags back on. And then, you know, the supporters are like, fuck the haters. Yeah, there you go. The good Bart Simpson right there with the Lions hat on. But it's a triple threat match. Where are you? Which one are you? You're only one of three here. You're either like diehard supporting, and you know what? And that's okay for you to say, hey, I support the team. Hey, Jared Goff played like shit. Those are okay. Okay. This is a safe space for that. You're allowed to be a fan of the team and go, wow, Goff has turned the ball over 13 times in the last 4 games. And that's not good. You're allowed to say that. Right? Right? What do you think, Mike? Which one are you?
Gosh, I'm definitely not the guy on the right. Oh, yeah, I could fix it. All you got to do is fire Aaron Glenn. Why did we drafted all these 3-4 defense player guys? Now we're playing 4-2-5. I'm telling you, if they would just listen to me.
Yes,
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. And I also put my paper bag. I threw it away. I used to keep a paper bag right here in the desk for bad losses. I would come on camera wearing the bag. I no longer have the bag, so I'm not the middle guy. I got to be this guy on the left. But I do have PTSOL. So I'm that guy on the left with PTSOL.
So I think that what we need to do is help the fan base right here, because I think the ones that the two on the left are on the right side, you know, the paper bag and the I could fix it guys really make the supporters angry. And some of the supporters, we need to let it be known that you can support the team and criticize, you know, but the minute that you get into the, oh, look at what the history and it's going to be like this and the doom and gloom, that's where you get the supporters that are going to come at you with the double middle fingers, and you got to let them do it. If all you're doing is chronically complaining, which is what the paper bag people do, and all they do, they don't say nothing when they're doing good. They just hide in the back. They're afraid to get the light on them when the Lions were winning. But now they're coming out like Gollum. Say no Lions, say no Lions. And they make the supporters really mad. And the same old Lions people kind of get mixed in with the I could fix it guy. Because the I could fix it guy is a fan. If you believe you can fix it, you know, by firing a dude or whatever, you're entitled to that, right? Right. So which one are you? Can you fix it? Are you, I mean, I'll make fun of you, but you think you can fix it? Fix it. You know, what do you think? Put that into the comments.
Yeah, some of these great football minds that are on the internet talking about how they could fix it. Well, why don't you go get a job in the NFL if you're so damn smart? I mean, come on. I have never bashed the Lions. I might make fun of them. Sometimes they're easy. It's like picking on a fat kid. It's just there's a lot of ammo there, right? So, making ball jokes to Russ Wayne, that's easy. That's low-hanging fruit. Easy to do. It's hard to be a supporter and constantly looking at the positive when you're 3-13-1. But that's what Russell Wayne does. That's what some other really good fans do. You've got to learn how to fan, people.
It's like this. It's just like, just like Dan teaches all of the players to try to stay even no matter what, don't to get caught up in the emotion. We can do that as a fan base too. See, what happens with the fan base is we've been hurt so many times. We've been hurt so many times with this right here that when we lose any game, it feels like we're going back here. But the thing is we're supposed to stay like this because it does happen like this. And I do believe that the defense will figure it out. I believe that, and I think that the offense needs to figure it out more than the defense does at this point after what we've been seeing. But it's, I want to know which one you are. Which one are you? I mean, because I know that we all are Lions supporters, and the ones that are in the middle, there's not that many people that are just paper bag headed, but they are out there. No matter what, that they're rooting for us to lose because they just want to be right about the Fords. Oh, the Fords will never get it. They'll never win while there's a Ford involved. It's like, gosh, stop.
That's the worst narrative in the whole world. Those are the ones that piss me off the most. I mean, same old Lions makes me cringe when they say it, but the ones that say this team will never be successful until the Fords sell the team, that's the dumbest take in the world. That is, you tell me you don't know football without saying I don't know football. If you say that take, you obviously don't understand the big package deals that the networks give every NFL team. No NFL team loses money, okay? And what do rich people like more than money? More money. And if you think for a minute that winning football games is not an interest for the Ford family, then you are an idiot. I love this comment, Russ. This is comment of the week. Listen, you ready? Henry Gray. Hey, Russ, main event. I got the WWE Lions belt coming. Woo! My wife ordered it for me. I should have it sometime before Christmas. Henry, you've got to come on our Monday night show. We'll let you on camera. We want to see that baby.
I want to see it live and in person. I want to see if it's worth all the sparkle because I know that they're not cheap. I know I can't afford one unless like somebody nice can give me one.
He's talking to you, Patreon.
Right. So I want to get in. Let's try to get into this because I'm going to start with what I think is the biggest problem right now, which is our offense is out of sorts. What are we going to do to fix this offense, Mike? I mean, and I'll pose that question for them out there too.
It's a simple answer. Don't turn the ball over. That's all. That's it. That's all you got to do. Go look at the box score against Chicago. We had 140 yards of total rushing. Don't turn the ball over and your offense will give you the lead. And once you get the lead, we've got the offensive line and the running game to put the game away, to put you in a chokehold. Your offense won't get back on the field. That's what we got to do. Just not turn the ball over. Sounds simple. Sounds easy. Sounds obvious.
Yeah, and I do have, and Goff is a big reason that he is in this picture of what to do to fix with the Lions, because 13 turnovers was alarming. Actually, that was brought up in a post that I looked at, and it smacked me in the face because just like last year I had to support him. I can't just like blindly support him and say that I'm seeing evidence, but because right now you have more playmakers, now you have a better offensive line, you have more reason to succeed, and for you to regress all the way back there, that's concerning to me, just with the Goff with his turnovers. But luckily we do have somebody in the oven that's baking, that's supposed to be that's in there, and I'm glad that we have contingency plans. But Benson needs to be held accountable here too, because I think that some of this can get fixed with Amon-Ra St. Brown up there in the right. He dropped 3 balls. It wasn't a good game for him there. in this last game. But Ben Johnson's got to find a way to get the ball into the hands of Jamison Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs, scheming the ball around those two guys with all of that speed. And then the other guys can fill in. They can fill in, but they got to work it around those two speedy playmakers because they're already using their defense to try to stop these guys and they ain't even getting the ball. Right? I mean, and we're going to the secondary guys. I think Sam Laporte is an awesome tight end. I think he's an awesome safety valve. I think Amon-Ra is a great slot receiver right there, and he can make big plays and big moments. But like Jamison Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs can go 7, boom, from anywhere. 90 yards, 80 yards, 70, like they can break those big plays open, and they need to do a little bit of that. You got to take some shots. You got these playmakers out there. So Ben Johnson, to me, it's a lot on you. Get that scheme out there. You got two queens. You got two queens out there in a chess game. So go out there and make it happen. Go out there and make it happen. And don't make mistakes.
Yep. Amon-Ra St. Brown coming off his worst game in 2 years. 3 catches for 21 yards only, but on 9 targets. I 100% expect Amon-Ra St. Brown to bounce back in this game. Even I don't care who's covering him. He's going to bounce back from that game. He's probably doing an extra 500 balls on the jugs machine as a result of dropping 3 passes. But Las Vegas is ahead of it already. The over-under for Amon-Ra St. Brown in this game is 69.5, which is higher than the last game. So Vegas is also anticipating. Vegas is also anticipating Amon-Ra St. Brown having a bounce-back game. They know what they're doing. They set that over under at 69.5. That's a tough number for me to bet the over. So I won't, but Jamison Williams numbers went down on his over under. Playing at home inside, Jamison Williams over under at 18.5 yards. I think I'm going to jump all over that, even though Jamison beat me last week. I can't see it happening.
Listen, let me throw something out there like this. And this is something because I feel like I was giving you bad advice to keep telling you to bet on Jamison. But the thing is like, if you're out there, you know it. You can feel it coming. There is going to be a game where all that speed's all going to lock up and you're going to see some 7 catch for 130 yards, 3 touchdown game. It's coming. It's going to come. And I would bet the high end on a Jamison Williams breakout every week at a low amount of money and watch it pay out. Because if it's at 18.5, really, you could probably say, hey, I'm going to take 80 or over 80 plus. I'll take that odd and I'll put $10 on it, and then if it hits, it's going to be what, plus 2,500 or something. It's like, it's coming. That Jamison breakout is coming because they just got to target him. He only had 1 target in the last game.
Right.
It tells me that if you target that boy, 10, 12 times in a game, it's over. It's over. I mean, the playmaking is there. That's what I think right there. Get it done, Ben Johnson. Get it done. Let me see what we got in here. Let me see if we got anybody trying to fix our offense.
Oh, I love Jordan's comment. The comic book guy, I missed it with the voice. It should be worst 9-4 team ever.
Worst
that would be the comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Worst 9-4 team ever. You guys are good at sucking. You guys suck at football. Did I? I'm not producer war. If you're on the comments, I'll let you.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just going straight down. I didn't even have one right there. How to fix the Lions.
Oh, shit, we did it again. Stop it. Okay, I'm done.
I'm done. I don't want to do that.
You go. You're the maestro. It's your show. You're watching Football Talk with Russell Wayne. Go.
You got me twice, man. You got to take it over. I can't go back to it. I'm not going back to it. I'm trying to put comments up because there was no comments, and then you choose that time to mess with me. I'm not going to be messed with anymore.
It was an accident. We're going to. I like this comment by Jean. I'm tired of the people saying fire the DC. Me too, Jean. We're 9-4. Come on, let's get off of that.
but that's that's why this is so fun right there. Just think of him. I'm tired of people saying they're going to fire the DC. Just think of it as the comic book guy over there, where he's like, I think they should fire the DC. It's Aaron Glenn's fault. They could fix it by just firing him.
Oh, glad to see Jeremy Ballreich in the comments. He's a writer for the South Florida Tribune. Got to stroke him a little bit, keep him happy. Welcome. Good to see you in there, Jeremy. Ken Fisher, the people that support the Lions ride on the bus, usually in the back. Anybody from the middle forward usually jumps in and out. I've been a loyal Lions fan for years, but I will confess I do get upset when I see them lose. And I am a notorious back of the bus rider. So
yeah, but that's this. See, this is where we get the couch therapy. Is the PTSOL. What you are suffering from is something that we have coined here called post-traumatic same old Lions. It's that feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach as you're watching the team drive and your lead dwindle away. It is PTSOL, which used to result in this, which is, unhappiness. But in these awful games, the Lions have found ways to win a couple of these games but we still feel like this. We still feel like that because we're winning in these odd ways, but we haven't been this far with an opportunity like this. This would be epic to fail from this point of view.
I love this call out from Travis. I just want to see Goff overthrow J-Mo on a go route just once while he's in stride. Don't think he can. And that is a great call. Something we were talking about yesterday. I've never seen Goff overthrow Jameson. I'm not sure he can overthrow Jameson. If you loft one up there and throw it as far as you can, this guy could probably get there before the ball hits the ground. Let's try that, shall we? Every throw to J-Mo is behind him or short. If it's a crossing pattern, it's behind him. If it's a go route, it's short. And this J-Mo arm and this narrative that he can't throw, the J-Mo's just too fast for him. It comes down to timing, chemistry. It takes time, but it seems like the time is up. I love that call out, Travis. Thanks for the comment.
I love it. It's time to unleash Jameson. That's what he's saying. It's time to unleash Jameson. Like, you step back, 5-step drop, 1 hitch step, and fire that ball as far as you can go and see if you can outthrow Jameson or outrun him. Because the defender ain't going to be able to keep up with him without grabbing him. So, I like that. Test the speed. And here's another thing right here that can't be undersold, which is, how much did the Lions miss Frank Ragnow? You got the one play that's obvious where you fumbled the snap, where, it's unfamiliar to our quarterback, where you're taking a snap from a completely different dude. That's got to mess with you. And they got pressure up the middle all day long, too. It was not a good day in the middle of that offensive line. Penei Sewell had the best game out of any Lion. That guy, I put a post up today that says that, this guy's a good even when the Lions are bad. And that's the truth right there. When you look at
Jay says, I think the complainers are down hard right now because of all the hype and early season success. Now it seems like they're going in the complete opposite direction. It happens to every team. Look at the mighty Eagles. Eagles get blown out by the Cowboys. For that, they get blown out by the Niners. And those Eagles fans over in the NFC East groups are going bonkers. They are, what's wrong with this team? We got to fix the defense. Eagles fans are more rabid than Lions fans for sure. But I love that call, Jay.
But that says something right there, guys. It's like every fan base is going through it. Like, I always witness a lot of the podcasters around here saying stuff. Okay, you're not as good as Dallas. You're not as good as Philly and all that. You're not going to measure up to San Francisco. But yet these teams lose. They lose games. They lose games to teams they shouldn't lose. Oh, the Miami Dolphins are unstoppable with Tua. They lose Tennessee Titans. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is the NFL, and it's okay. And really, it should be a place of I'm fortunate. We are fortunate as Lions fans that we're sitting at 9-4 right now because it's hard to win in the NFL. Just like backyard football, go deep and just let Jameson run underneath of it. I'm for it. I mean, I wish.
Yeah. Just like backyard football, go to the manhole cover, turn around. I'll pump fake it.
But in a
then
way,
you go over to the Buick and run a post.
But in a way, are we being the I can fix it. All you need to do is have Jameson run really fast and throw it really far, and then problem solved. Super Bowl. It's like I'm sure that they're saying that in Miami too, when they have Tyreek Hill. That's all they should be able to do.
Ryan Stover says J-Mo's breakout game won't come until Hooker's the QB.
Oh wow!
Because he won't underthrow J-Mo like Goff does. Wow.
So wait a minute.
Watch out. We're going to send David Pike over to your house.
Oh, please don't.
Don't you talk bad about Goff.
So what you're really saying is that, and I'm sorry, this is my F-bomb. I'm going to drop my F-bomb for the show right here. But so what you're saying is that when Hooker becomes a quarterback, y'all fucked.
Scott says throw J-Mo Hail Marys.
Like Dort Highway, Hooker's gonna fit right in to the Detroit Lion culture.
throw J-Mo Hail Marys, Scott says. First down, it's a deep shot to J-Mo. Incomplete. Second down, it's a deep shot to J-Mo. Incomplete. Third down, it's a deep shot to J-Mo. Incomplete. Fourth down, what do you think, coach? Well, I think we'll go for it, man. I say we'll run a deep shot to J-Mo.
I can fix it. Just go deep. One more time. It's going to work. Yeah.
There seems to be an overriding theme in the comments, Russ. That's the problem, says Cameron. Goff can't throw long to J-Mo.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So now it's on Goff now. Let's go to something positive right here. Something that you wanted to start this week, and you picked a hell of a week to do it, Mike.
Yeah.
We wanted to pick a Lion of the Week, and we wanted to make it so there was like nominees. No, wait, that's the wrong one. It needs to be. No, it's this one. Like we wanted to make him a nominee, but since he was the only freaking Lion that played good, he's not just the nominee, but Jalen Reeves-Maybin is also the winner of our Lion of the Week. Right there. Jalen Reeves-Maybin, 82.9 PFF. He had a hell of a game. Makes you almost think, why doesn't he play more as a linebacker? Because he made plays.
So there you go, folks. Jalen Reeves-Maybin, our first recipient of the Lion of the Week award. This is something we're going to do every week moving forward into the future for the rest of this season and starting next season as well. On our Monday and Tuesday morning shows, we're going to throw a couple of nominees out there. You can also make your own nominees. We're going to do some polls. And then on Wednesdays, which as most people know is the Lions Talk Wednesday, we're going to announce the winner of the Lion of the Week every Wednesday. So get involved. Run over to our page called Lions Villain Squad. If you're not already following, please do. And then moving forward, we're going to have polls over there for Lion of the Week. And you can be involved in the process to determine a winner, who the Lion of the Week will be. But right now, our inaugural recipient is Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Even though he's number 42, that graphic showed him as 44. He's number 42. He had a sack. He had a great batted down ball on a pass play. And then last week, he was Special Teams Player of the Week in the NFL. So he certainly earned his Lion of the Week as the first winner of that award here from the main event. And what does he win?
He wins an attaboy. He wins what do you think? 5 Kirk Cousins. You like that. That's what he wins right there. Lion of the Week right there. Jalen Reeves-Maybin. We love that. We love that. I mean, this guy, he was an old Martin Mayhew draft pick right there. A 4th round pick out of Texas.
Mm-hmm. And Dan loves this guy. Dan Campbell loves this guy.
He does everything.
When Anzalone went down with an injury 2 weeks ago, Reeves Maben played so well that he got some snaps this week in Chicago, and he made the most of that opportunity. So, I mean, this is a guy that might come in, and an unheralded guy, and might come in and spark some juice into this defense.
All right. So, and this is the last thing that I had, which is like, what are the Lions' biggest issues? And I put people in the pictures, and before we get into it, I'll tell you, while you're answering this question, answer this question in the comments below what you think the biggest issue is. And a lot of people will say Goff, because I put that as big, because I think in my mind, he's the biggest issue, is that he's got to correct the turnovers things. Can it be fixed? I think it could be fixed by not turning the ball over, protect the ball more. I think the offense is going to be a lot better. I put Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in there to represent injured players. The Lions' biggest issues this year, I would have to say, injury bug was one of them for sure. And, it played a part in all of the losses. And this is a guy that we lost right at the beginning of the year, and they brought him here to be a big part of the Lions defense, and a lot of people think that it is Aaron Glenn, which is why I put Aaron Glenn in there. But what do you think, Mike? What is the biggest issue to you?
I don't think there is an issue. I mean, our quarterback obviously is turning the ball over, but like the great Bill Parcells said once, you are what your record says you are. And the Lions are a 9-4 team with a 2-game lead in their division. That's what they are. And I don't think there's anything that really needs to be fixed. Are they the 72 Dolphins or the 85 Bears? No. Can they win the Super Bowl? Absolutely. Absolutely, this team could win the Super Bowl. I mean, it wouldn't.
Where do you get hot?
You can call me crazy if you want to, but we just saw the Giants beat the Packers, right? We saw Carolina beat Houston. It can happen. And this team is, once you're in the playoffs, you have a shot. You are a contender.
Playoffs.
And if you get a guy like C.D. Deuce to come back in, you get a guy like James Houston to come back in, these guys can energize this defense. If you got some rookies like Brian Branch, who elevates his game even further, Jack Campbell, 2 games in a row, he's led the team in tackles. We could be seeing the emergence of a future gold jacket here in Detroit. If these things all line up for us and Goff could clean up the turnovers, we're absolutely a contender. I don't think there's anything to fix. We've got the coach. We've got the players. We've got the schedule. We've got the home fans. We can get this done. Don't give up hope.
I love that take. That's a great take. And you can put that out there, because one of the reasons that like Chicago's got real good and the Green Bay Packers started getting real good is because we have the youngest rosters. Actually, 3 of the youngest rosters in the NFL are the NFC North rosters. Lions being one of them, Packers and the Bears. It's not a mistake that these teams are getting better at the end of the year through NFL coaching. You got all of these guys that are like rookies. Jack Campbell had to figure out how to play the game at this level first. All of these guys have to learn how to play the game at this level. And you're seeing it. You're seeing players kind of break out a little bit, and like Gibbs took him like 5-6 games to kind of get the wheels underneath of him, right? But now here we are. We're in December, and this is where the good teams start making good playoff pushes. And I don't see reasons when I look at the roster that I'm just freaking out. I look at ascending players, like you just said, Jack Campbell. I look at an ascending player right there. I look at Brian Branch. These guys are learning how to win together. Young players. The offensive line isn't going to be that bad forever. Amon-Ra St. Brown isn't going to drop 3 passes in every game for the rest of the season. Some of the things that happened in the last game were kind of like anomalies in that way. And I'm not taking anything away from the win, Bear fan, before you jump down my throat over it. You guys won the game. You guys deserve to win the game. You played better in the game, but Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't characteristically drop 3 balls.
The best part of all of it, Russ, is the Lions are in a renaissance. The dark days are over. All these guys were talking about Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, Brian Branch. Guess what? They're rookies. This is the future, folks. We're young. Aiden Hutchinson is young. Hendon Hooker is young. The days of the Lions being the league's punching bag are over.
Yep.
Okay, that much I am 100% sure of. We are going to be a contender for the next at least 5 years. I'm going to say 10, but at least 5 years, this team is relevant. That's the real story here. If we go one and done in the playoffs, if we get steamrolled in the second round by San Francisco, that doesn't matter. The real issue here is Brad Holmes has succeeded in changing the culture. Brad Holmes has succeeded in bringing this team back to relevancy, and it feels good. Like our good friend in the comments always says, it's a great day to be a Lions fan.
And here's Bear Down Mike asking if the Lions are getting anyone back from injury. They're saying that there's a good chance that we're going to get Frank Ragnow back this week, which would be a huge boost to our offensive line to move Glasgow back over to that right guard. And I think our offensive line can, if this is the crew and they stay healthy, I think they're pretty good going in there. But thanks for asking a question. That's awesome that we get a question from a Bear fan, but feel free to ask questions on here because that's what we're doing. We're talking football, and if you guys are arguing about something, that's fine. I'll throw it in there. Dude is averaging a touchdown every 6 touches, and he's got to be talking about Jameson Williams right there. And that's the truth. That's why they got to scheme the ball, quick slants, wide receiver screens, those end arounds, jet sweeps, any way that they could get the ball into his hands. They get the ball into his hands because no one's going to catch him. But it is harder than that. It is harder than that. When I looked at that PFF score for Jameson, it wasn't very good. And that could be a reason why they didn't get the ball into his hands, because in order for you to get the ball in your hands, you got to be where you need to be. And if the PFF score was low, that means that they were spying on all of those plays where he didn't get the ball, maybe finding that he wasn't where he needed to be. Maybe. Is Goff the issue or is it J-Mo? And that's exactly what I was alluding to right there. Is J-Mo's PFF score wasn't good, and the thing is that's cool about PFF is they grade when the ball isn't anywhere near you. They're grading what you're supposed to be doing on that play. And Jameson only had 1 target, so that means that he had over 40 other plays where PFF graded him on what he was doing when the ball wasn't going to him. So if that score is low, that goes to tell you that he might not have been where he was supposed to be. Is that fair, Mike? I think
it's totally fair. And that's a way you can use PFF as a tool to discern those things. And that answers Jason's question right there. If J-Mo was grading out in the 80s, we could absolutely point to Goff and say that's it.
Yeah, but Goff had a bad game too. So that might have had, both of the factors may have contributed to each other. Jameson might have been in the right spot on the play that Goff was being ass. So both of those things can factor in right there. That's why you can't trust it all the way.
And I love to agree with our takes. And I like that when I put the comments up on the screen, it's one that I like to agree with, but this one I don't agree with. Jay says the overuse of the word culture needs to stop. I completely disagree when you're talking about the Detroit Lions, because culture is the basis of our problems for the last 20 years, 30 years probably, but we'll say 20 years. And that can't be understated, in my opinion, Jay. The change in culture is the biggest thing. And it's not just the winning mentality of the players. It's outside the organization where the culture matters. You've got free agents who literally want to come to Detroit. I'm sorry, but that points directly to culture. And but thanks so much for the comment, but it's just not one I agree with.
I wanted to get in there for Elise because she complimented the comic book voices, and now I lost the comment.
Elise memes.
Yeah, Elise Memes said that she liked the comic book voices, and so I want to tell you how we're going to fix the Detroit Lions. All you need to do is blitz more and then throw the ball deep to J-Mo. Problem over. Fire Aaron Glenn.
Worst defensive coordinator ever.
He's not
Check
going to be
Elise
a head
Memes out on
coach.
Facebook. She's got some really good stuff to look at over there.
He's good. He's not going to be a head coach anyway because he is dog water.
See what you did there.
Oh gosh, man. There we go. The magic number is still 3. Hey, Mike, you want to sign them out here? Because I know that you want to come over. We're gonna practice some music today. So
yeah, man. You're watching Lions Talk with Russell Wayne. Football Talk with Russell Wayne on Lions Wednesday. Lions getting ready for the Denver Broncos. Be sure to like our page on Facebook, the Lions Villain Squad. Go over to YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Main Event 365. Are we signing off, Russ? Are we done?
I wanted you to get a chance to get over here. I
Well,
might go
right
on
then.
for 5
Oh,
minutes
so all right,
after.
so I'm done.
You sign it. You're done.
Don't
You're
forget,
done.
every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we run a trash talking thing where no one talks trash. It's called the NFC North Open Mic. We have a pretty good viewership over there, and all 4 fan bases are represented, and they are in the fray. It's not totally Lions dominated like we are here on Wednesdays. So if you're a Packer, Bear, or Viking fan, join us on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you're a Lions fan, join us and watch me roast the Packer fans. It's awesome. Join us. God bless you all. I'm out.
That's right there. I was trying to get my best smack talking in. Hey, Mike, get the hell out of here. We don't want to see it in here no more. No, Mike's going to be on his way over here, and we're going to get some behind the scenes things done. We're going to learn some music. We're going to spend some time and put together an interactive show. It's going to be Russell Wayne and the Villain Squad out in the world. We're going to be making music. We're going to be having fun. We're going to be talking shit, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it because that's what we love to be able to do. Talking football. It's all good. Every weekday, 11 a.m., we're talking football. It's a different kind of football every single day. Mondays, we do the preview. We roast all the teams in the NFC North that lost, including our own team when they lose. We had to eat some crow this week, guys. And then on Tuesdays, we got that's the dork alert on Tuesday. Let me find it. On Tuesdays, dork alert, PFF. We're going to go over the detailed numbers. So if you're into the deeper numbers, each week we go over all 4 NFC North teams. Wednesday, well, you're witnessing it. That's what we're doing right now. Lions Talk, all Lions Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're going to bring in Grove from And We Know Sports. He's my bass player in Toolology, my partner, my business partner in music. He'll be here tomorrow. And we're gonna talk NFC playoffs because there's an interesting battle at the back end of that, and it's phenomenal. And then Fridays we're gonna do our picks. That's the lock picks. We're gonna pick all of the games, and we're gonna see how we do against the point spread. I think that's fun. I don't gamble myself, but I do like to pick the games against the point spreads. I'm pretty good at it, and so far, I don't think I was good this week, but for the most part, I've been getting more than I don't. And it's fun. I like doing it. It's fun. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. But we believe in something here. Before I sign off, faith, family, football. I'm a Christian man. And I'm not going to cram it down your throat or anything like that, but I'm going to allow you to know who I am as I find where is he? Right there. I go to NTC Church every Sunday, right before the football games with Pastor Kevin Galloway. I play guitar I get to play guitar and worship before he puts a good word in there. And I love my church. Faith comes first to me. God is first in my life. And God told this church to give away 400 turkeys for Thanksgiving. And I'm just happy to be part of a church that would do that. And for Christmas, they're buying gifts for needy children that might not have anybody to buy them any gifts. So it's called the Angel Tree. So I can't give you a direct link to the Angel Tree, but what I can do is link you to how to give to the church, which is the NTC Give. That link is in the description if you want to help out like that. You know, make a Christmas nice for a little kid, right? You know, maybe he doesn't think that anything good could happen, and you could be the blessing in their life. So check out that link in the comments for that. And it's faith. Faith comes first. Family and football. Use football to bring your family together. So you go, in my case, I go to church. I go pick up my son. We hang out. We get to hang out. We watch a football game. And win or lose, I'm hanging out with my son. And that's the most important thing. Faith, family, and football. We use football to bring the family together. We don't let football use us. So when we lose, we don't turn into dicks. Don't turn into a dick. You know, just remember, it's just a football game. And then fan hard. Go Lions. Go Lions. So I'll leave you with this. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again tomorrow morning. Football Talk with Russell Wayne. God bless.
It reminds me of a football show, Football Talk with Russell Wayne, 11 a.m. in the mornings. You should watch it because it could be good for you. It could be good for you. It could be good for your life.
What's up, y'all? This is Ifeatu Melifonwu, safety for the Detroit Lions. And I just want to take some time out to give a big shout out to Russell Wayne and Main Event Mike from the Detroit Lions Villain Squad. It's a fan page and a podcast. And I just want to say I appreciate the support of me and my team. And I encourage everyone to go check out their podcast and check out their fan page. Go Lions.